Hello. Today we're going to do a pick a card. I haven't done one of those in a while, and it is just going to be answering the question, does my person or has my person ever gotten a psychic reading on me? Could be tarot, could be angelic medium or any kind of medium or whatever it is. But of course, please use discernment. This is only a reading for you if you kind of know your person is spiritual, because if you know your person is not into that, then of course this reading doesn't make any sense. um, yeah, because in my experience, kind of like 98% of my clients, probably about 98%, are women. So there's not too many men who are getting psychic readings, and if so, they are usually in the divine feminine power. So yeah, but anyway, we're just going to check. I mean, of course there are some divine masculines who are interested in the esoteric, in the occult, in spirituality, so they may have gotten a reading on you. We want to find out if your person has, but again, please use discernment. If you know your person is a very rational being and they're not into that, then obviously this is not your reading, okay? I'm going to use the Mutant Tarot, and there will be 6 piles. I'm going to show you these stones in a bit, and we're going to, I'm going to draw 5 cards for each pile, and if I get a major arcana card, it is like death, for example, it will be a yes. Any court card would be a no, and minor arcana cards are just going to give me more information about your situation. If we have a tie, then I will just see what message spirit is going to give me, because there could be a tie. And again, more arcana cards than court cards, yes. More court cards, a no, and a tie, we will see what message I get. There will be 6 piles, I told you. So we do have orange calcite for number 1. We do have this one for number 2. We do have this one for number 3. Then clear quartz will be 4. Rose quartz will be 5. And amethyst will be 6. So please choose your pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put those here. And you will start with pile number 1. So has your person ever gotten a reading on you? And of course, this is not going to be an in-depth reading. I do have more readings about what does my person feel for me. So this is more based on, have they gotten a reading about you? And while I'm shuffling, of course, I would appreciate if you help me growing my channel by liking, subscribing, leaving comments. All of that does something to the algorithm. Of course, I am available for personal reading. You will find my contact information below. And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, so let's see what you got. Oh wow, you actually have a very clear yes. You got 4 major arcana cards. And it implies a very strong connection. Very, very strong connection, because we do have the High Priestess, which is to me one of the soul connection cards, especially in a love reading, because the High Priestess to me indicates the higher self. And if we do have the High Priestess in a love reading, it indicates 2 higher selves connecting, maybe telepathy between the 2 of you. By the way, I do have a pick a card called Is There Telepathy Between the 2 of Us? Maybe you're interested in that. And the High Priestess, yeah, it is when there's telepathy, or doesn't have to be telepathy, could also be an emotional exchange. But also it's, yeah, to me it implies that there is a soul connection. It is a connection about intuition. And if the High Priestess is coming up, then it would tell me that your person is spiritual, that they are interested in something like that, and that they actually have a good connection to their higher self. For some of you, the person you are asking about may actually be in the divine feminine energy. Doesn't matter what gender they are, because we do have the Empress, and the Empress would indicate the divine feminine, and the High Priestess kind of as well. The Empress is more the divine feminine in the 3D version. she's got her stuff together. She is the queen of queens. She's got all of the four queens inside of her: earth, fire, water, air. And the high priestess would be more the higher self. So the person you're asking for also might be a woman, doesn't have to be, of course, but I see that your person would most likely be in the divine feminine energy. Of course, there may be exceptions. What I'm also getting is those two cards that are telling me that also it is a very strong soul connection, because this card to me indicates clearing karma. It is justice, you could say. It's justice. And this card indicates balancing things. It indicates things are coming up that have been repressed, and that they're working through some stuff. And that is also happening in strong soul connections, because it's a journey and we do trigger one another. And then we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates fate, but also breaking cycles. We do have this card of breaking cycles, and this card is a bit similar about breaking karma, getting into balance. Then we got the higher self, we got the Empress. So even if your person is not in the divine feminine energy, and even if your person is a man, yeah, even if you are technically the divine feminine, your person still has a feminine part within them. Like women have, like yin yang, the symbol, the white part, the yang part, the masculine has the black dot inside. So it may be that your person is a highly spiritual person, yeah, and that they're connecting more to their feminine again, even if they're the masculine. And I said it in other readings, especially twin flames, they're mirroring one another. And let's say this is like the center, and some twin flames, one is very feminine, one is very masculine, and some are getting closer. No, I don't want to say getting closer, because it's just the nature. Some are here, and for example, my twin flame and I, we both have strong sides of everything. So what's not happening is that one person is very much in the feminine, and the other person is not very much in the masculine, but more like here centered. Then it wouldn't be twin flames, because they always have to balance. So you can have twin flames where both have a strong masculine and feminine side. However, one is always a bit stronger. Like if this is the center, then one person would be a bit more in the feminine and one person a bit more in the masculine. But there is different, like, I don't know what to say, level, nuances, different patterns, different blueprints, because each connection is a bit different. And you may have twin flames where, again, one is very much in the feminine, one is very much in the masculine. And again, masculine is not a bad thing. Masculine doesn't mean distorted. That's what we often associate with. If he's in the masculine energy, like, oh, he can't have any feelings. That is not true, because that would be distorted masculine. But we're talking about divine masculinity, and divine masculinity can, of course, connect to their feelings. But anyway, so even if you are the feminine and you define yourself as the divine feminine, then I would assume that you are pretty much centered, so that you both have strong aspects of both masculine and feminine within you, because your person definitely has a strong aspect of femininity in them. And again, that doesn't mean that they are a very feminine person, like, I don't know, a soft person or something like that. They can be very masculine, they can be very successful when it comes to their job. They may look very masculine, but still they connect very much to their emotions. For example, my twin flame, he is very successful in the physical realm. However, like me, he has a Moon Pluto trine, and people with Moon Pluto trines are very, very emotional people, and they can connect to their emotions. And it feels like your person can connect to their emotions, or at least it is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And if you're like, okay, this doesn't resonate, then this might either not be your pile, or maybe you haven't seen your person in a while. And I would advise you to check where you are, because your person is mirroring you. So if you say that you made maybe like a quantum leap since last time you saw them, then your person has as well, and they may be a totally different person than what you remember. If they're not totally in that energy yet, they are getting there, because we do have this card that is talking about growth. And then the Empress, of course, is a card talking about fertility and growth as well. And again, it's the divine. We have basically two cards, strong cards that are talking about feminine power. So yeah, your person, I think one of the reasons why your person would want to get a reading is because they can feel, I mean, with those cards, we have fate, we have karma clearing. Again, karma is not a negative thing per se. Karma just means imbalance. Karma is not a punishment. Karma does not mean that you can't be together. It just means that there is something within that has been oppressed that needs to be cleared. But again, happens when we meet a strong soul connection, then all stuff gets triggered, and not even only stuff that is directly connected to the person, but childhood stuff and whatever it is. And then the High Priestess again is talking about intuition, a soul connection. So I have 3 cards that tell me that your person is feeling a sense of fate, a sense of belonging to you. And so they may have gotten a reading for 2 reasons. One is because they sense that there is this strong connection and they want to learn more about it. And the other one is with those 2 cards that tell me that there is something happening, some kind of growth, some kind of healing, triggering, clearing old karmic cycles. And as I said, we trigger our person triggers us. So maybe a person may have gotten a reading to see what is going on, why is oppressed stuff coming up, and because they seem to be linking it to you. Maybe they're like, okay, since this person came into my life, all that stuff happened, and they want to figure out more. And again, we do have growth here. So this was a lovely reading. Kind of wish I would have picked that pile. It is very, very amazing. However, again, we do have growth, 2 cards, and there's still some stuff going on. This is not a love reading based on are they going to contact me soon, but just by seeing this, I would say they need a little bit more time to clear stuff. And again, if you are high soul connections, then and there's mirroring going on, that also means that you are called to clear some cycles. So listen to your own intuition and see, where's this person triggering you. Do you still have some kind of lack mentality and whatever it is? But it would tell me that both of you still have to heal something from the past. However, since they're all beautiful cards, it tells me that you are already pretty much advanced in this process. But those 2 cards tell me it is not done. And then we do have 2 cards of growth. Again, this is telling me that there is growth, there is something happening, but this process has not finished yet. However, we do have this strong connection between the 2 of you. So yeah, if this resonated, please let me know in the comments. I'm always curious. Please like and subscribe, and check out my other readings. And I wish you all the best. Pile number 1. Bye-bye. So pile number 2. Let's see if your person has ever gotten a psychic reading on you. Maybe tarot cards, or maybe it was even just like watching pick a cards for you. I mean, I forget to say that earlier, but of course that kind of would go into that direction, right? We could say, have they ever asked spirit in some kind of form by using a psychic or a medium? May it be online or in person, but we will see. I told you in the intro how this is working. And by the way, of course, I am available for personal readings. I would appreciate if you would contact me. My information is below. Also, I would appreciate if you check out my other content. I made lots and lots of content. And if you would help me grow my channel by liking, subscribing, leaving comments. So, okay. Oh, this, wow, very similar than the first pile. And you actually got 2 of the same cards. And you got also, like the first pile, you get 4 major arcana cards, which is a clear yes, and 1 court card. Court cards are no, but you've got 4 major arcana cards, 1 court card, so it is definitely a yes. I need to drink a sip of tea. Hold on. Okay. This is a bit similar to pile number 1, but yet different. So your person is obviously feeling as well that there is a strong connection here. And I mean, very strong connection. Might be twin flames or any kind of high level soulmate. So I mean, obviously 4 major arcana cards, and there's still 79 cards. This deck has an extra card because there's 2 devils in here, but 79 cards, and you got 4 major arcana cards. This alone tells me it is a very, very strong connection. And then we got the High Priestess, which would basically say the same. The High Priestess, to me, in a love reading indicates a soul connection, because the High Priestess, to me, means the higher self. And if it shows up in a love reading, it tells me that 2 higher selves are connected. There even maybe telepathy or an exchange of energy between the 2 of you. If you want to know more about that, I do have a pick a card called Is There Telepathy Between the 2 of Us? You may want to check it out. So, but also it is talking about intuition, and it can talk also about something that is a bit unknown, so they want to find out more. It seems like you trigger this person in a big way, big way. And for some of you, maybe you are in some kind of separation, or at least your person is a bit overwhelmed by this connection right now. We also have Schicksalsrad is the Wheel of Fortune, meaning that they feel some sense of fate when it comes to you. They feel connected to you, they feel a sense of fate. And you see, we do have the light side and the dark side, and so there is karmic cycles. There's something that is coming up that has been oppressed, and with the Tower, it is coming up like boom, big time, all of a sudden. And then we do have the Moon, and the Moon can, to me, indicate oppressed fears. It's a very emotional card. It can indicate, to me, an unbalanced root chakra, which also would indicate about roughly the first 7 years of our lives, that maybe some kind of trauma has happened in that time period. And you coming into their life basically triggered this major awakening and purging process, which can hurt very bad. I mean, you probably know, and they're going through this right now as well, because again, we do have fears. We have the Tower, which can be overwhelming. We do have the High Priestess, which is telling me that there is the strong soul connection. And then again, a Wheel of Fortune, which can talk about having to break out cycles and things repeating over and over. And then we do have the Father of Cups, which is the person that is intuitive, even though it's the father, but it's cups. Cups is talking about emotions, and it could be the person. The negative side to the Father of Cups is feeling overwhelmed when it comes to your emotions. So I'm feeling right now that your person they feel a strong connection to you, and that is why they have gotten a reading again for yes cards. Because they want to find out more what this is, why you triggered them this immensely, and why maybe they can't even get they can't hide from this connection. They can't let it go. They're kind of like feeling stuck to you. But don't worry about it, because these Tower moments, they are important. Even if they don't feel good, they are very important, because they bring healing and they bring purging and clearing of negative stuff, even though it hurts in that moment. And your person, I feel, is kind of like scared by their own emotions and feeling overwhelmed. So they wanted to get a reading to know more, maybe again, what is happening within them, this overwhelming, kind of like overburdening feeling, but also because they do feel a strong connection. With this card, they do feel the sense of fate and belonging to you, and maybe they're even in their development far enough that they wanted to find out what they can do in order to heal, in order to purge, in order to get this connection. Because again, with the Father of cups, they do have those emotions and they want to learn to actually express them. This is not a love reading. It's more, are they going to reach out soon or not? I do have other readings for that, but I would advise you give this person some time, and also never forget that if it is a high soul connection, then you are mirroring one another. And this is a bit chaotic. I mean, this card doesn't have to be, but when it comes with these cards, it is telling me that there's a lot of chaos coming up, that needs to be purged. And if you are a high soul connection, then you are very likely to mirror one another, which means that if your person is absolutely called to do healing and purging, you are called to do that too. And if there is a separation right now, I would advise you to not go chasing after your person, but to actually take that time to see what is coming up. Usually it is a lack of self-worth. You feel abandoned is the wrong word, neglected, that's the word I was looking for. You feel neglected, which indicates a lack of self-worth, or there's fears of losing that person, and often those fears again indicate that something has happened in the early childhood, and you are triggering one another in order to bring that stuff up. Because again, the higher level of soul connection it is, the more you are mirroring one another. And what would not happen is that you are done with your stuff and your person is in chaos. That would not happen, because your person has to mirror you. Meaning, if you want your person to make process or progress, then you have to make progress as well. And do that soul connection and the exchange of energy, your person would pick up on your energy getting lighter, because you purge stuff, you purge or let go of old fears, and your energy would arise, you would ascend more and more and more. And with that connection, the energy flowing between the two of you, your person would kind of pick up on that energy of you ascending. And again, you do not try to help your person ascend or sending them energy. That is, I would never, if your person is feeling really, really bad, okay, do that, but I would never advise to do that, because when you do that, you're not with yourself. Your focus is not on yourself. Your focus is again on lack mentality, like you think your person cannot do it on their own, and then you send this energy to your person. Yeah, I think you can't do it on your own, and then they pick up on that, and they often have some self-worth issues as well. And then when they get the energy of I don't think you can do it, then of course that just drags them down even further. So I would rather advise you to think of your person. There's law of assumption. You can Google law of assumption, Neville Goddard theory. Law of assumption means the universe gives you what you believe, if you strongly believe it. It has to be set in your belief systems, not just like, yeah, I believe that and that and that. It has to be set in your system. But if you kind of like change the way you view your person, if you believe your person is strong enough to get through that, then the universe will have to prove you right. But if you think your person is weak and you doubt that they can do it, then the universe has to prove you right, and you can wait basically for forever for that person to come. So make sure you think of your person as a person who's absolutely capable to do this, and they are. Otherwise they would not have attracted you into their lives. We only attract a high level soulmate if our souls know that they're ready for this journey. And again, it's the soul, not the ego. The ego may be sometimes thinking, this is too much, I can't do this anymore. But the soul knows that they can, and both souls. You can, if you know that you can do it, you can only attract a person who can do it as well. So I would advise you to see your person as somebody who can do it. So anyway, this is what I got for you. Pile number 2. If it resonated, please leave a comment below. I'm always curious. And please like and subscribe and check out my other content. I thank everybody who came back. And again, has your person ever gotten reading on you? It could be pick a card, or it could be an actual personal reading. I think the answer is yes, and it's mainly because they are overwhelmed and they want to figure out what the hell is going on with them, because they feel this connection. Again, Fate and High Priestess, they're two cards that talk that they feel a strong connection to you, and they wanted to find out more about that. So yeah, I hope it resonated, and I wish you all the best, pile number twos. Bye bye. So number threes, this beautiful like heart-shaped crystal. Has your person ever gotten a reading on you? Let's see. While I'm shuffling, I appreciate everybody reaching out for a personal reading. I am available, and I'm appreciating everybody liking, subscribing, help me grow my channel, hitting that bell icon, and of course leaving comments. That would help me grow my channel, and that would make me very happy. So let's see. 4 and 5. Okay, another yes. We got the universe, which is Major Arcana, so yes. We got the Hanged Man, not a Major Arcana card, so it would be a yes. We got one court card, the Son of Pentacles, it would be a no, but we got 2 yes, 1 no, so it's a yes. We got the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Lots of spiritual people in this reading today. At least the first 3 piles all were yeses. All piles are very different, but they were all yeses. But I'm not maybe too surprised. I mean, this channel is called Magic, Twin Flame and Soulmate Coaching, so I feel many people who click on my readings are resonating with higher level soulmates. And you know, if it's a very high soul connection, then of course the masculines, I mean, if your person is a masculine, could be feminine as well. But usually, I mean, it's women and divine feminine who watch readings like this. So I am assuming, but it could be otherwise. But of course, if there is a high soul connection, then your person would pick up on it too, that there's something different and have never experienced it before. So your person, maybe you are in separation. I see that with the 3 of Swords lost card. And the Hanged Man is also a card that is talking about not too much progress in the 3D right now. But also it is a card, you see, usually the Hanged Man is hanging upside down. And that indicates getting a change of perspective. We don't have that here, but we do have the ray of lights shining down on him, which indicates wanting to get some kind of knowledge or light, wanting to know. And this card, it's the Ace of Swords, which also indicates that they want to know what is going on. Maybe your person is not yet at that point where they would clearly say, yeah, that's my twin flame, or that is my soulmate. For some of you, maybe. I'm just getting for maybe for some of you, they are not yet there, because I get more that they are more in this phase where they feel that there's something special and they feel something they have never felt before, and they want to find out what it is. So this is more what I'm getting, that they're in the phase of finding out, wanting to find out, and not yet in the phase where they already know. But we do have the universe, and it is one of my favorite cards. The universe to me indicates also some kind of fate. It is like divine orchestrated. That is what the universe means to me. But it's also like when you came into their lives, their old life completely ended, and probably for you too. And probably both of you started to overthink pretty much everything. What happens when you meet a high soul connection? It could be if you do a job you don't love, that you start to question your job, like, do I love that? You start question other connections you have, you know, like some friendships grow apart, or maybe family members even, that you distance yourself. And you start to question old habits or addictions or whatever it is. You know, there's just this sense of meeting you and then knowing, okay, there has been a shift inside of me and I'm not the same person that I was before. So this card often indicates to me, yeah, it's an old chapter ending, because they just have the sense that everything is different now, and right now they're just trying to understand what is it. They want to know more. And I feel that for some of you, again, I said it, maybe in some kind of separation, because the Hanged Man is no action on the 3D. However, there is something going on the 5D. We were talking about the Ray of Lights. And the Son of Pentacles in this deck, usually it's like an offer, but you see how he is walking out. He's walking away for not forever, for a while. And I said while, but again, while is nothing that's set in stone, because I don't believe in timing. Divine timing, to me, it's not a myth, but divine timing has nothing to do with a date. It has to do more with frequency. Of course, divine timing kind of like plays a tiny role, because there's different timelines, and so there's a multiverse where XYZ happens on this date, and then there's a multiverse where it happens on another date, and then another date. So of course there are like specific dates, but again, our energy kind of like determines when it will come, which one of the timelines we get, or we choose. And we choose again by raising our frequency. So when I say for a while, don't worry about it. For some, it may be a long time. It depends on the energy. But for some people, when they get through this awakening process, then it can come rather quick. And now, please don't worry thinking, oh God, I hope my person is getting through that process soon, because your person is mirroring you. Meaning, if you do your work and you work on your ascension, and meditating regularly, and clearing old negative stuff, then of course your person that is mirroring you, that is connected to you, will have to grow with you. So it's not you, it's not them. I always tell my clients, we always think, yeah, it's them, the guys who have to come, but in fact it's the feminine drawing them in when we step into our power. Your person, however, if there is a separation, I sense it with this card as well, because it's talking about loss, it's talking about missing somebody. So I feel like they got a reading, because again, it's a yes, because they want to know. This card is talking about wanting to know something. They want to know how you're doing. They probably want to know if you still have feelings for them, or if they have lost you for good. They want to know more about you when it comes to loss. And I'm just feeling very much, there's this woman and she has the butterfly, so she is transforming. I mean, she's obviously a ghost in this, but I don't sense it like this. It's more like this is most likely you, and she is transforming. And so I feel like he wants to know how you're doing, where you are in your process. And it's more like really wanting to understand what this connection is. That is what I'm getting most likely. Also, one thing is very important. I was mentioning before, high soul connection mirror themselves. And if there's this loss energy here, that most likely means that you still are in this loss energy as well. I mean, could be two scenarios. Either, and you know which one it is, you are in this loss energy as well, which means you are still in the lack mentality. And if you are still in this energy, oh, I miss my person, where's my person, then you're focused on the lack of them being there, and by that you manifest them staying absent, because the universe always thinks you want what you focus on. So if you constantly think that they're not calling you or reaching out, then your focus is on them not reaching out, on their absence, and hence you keep on manifesting their absence, and it will take longer and longer and longer. Instead, you should overcome that missing by healing your chakras, by aligning, by forgiving people in the past who have left you behind, and also then by focusing being with them, by daydreaming about being with them, or visualizing about being with them. And when you focus on that, if you visualize or you daydream being with them, and it makes you happy and smiling, then the universe is sensing that you are with your energy on being with that person, and then the universe will have to deliver sooner or later. So that is option number one. You are still in lack mentality, and they have to mirror it. Another thing could be like if you already have overcome it, and you say, yeah, honestly centered, um, I always explain this to my clients like this. When we connect to our higher soul connection, then we share 100% feminine and 100% masculine energy. I could also say the emotional and the rational. And unfortunately, in the beginning, it is both distorted. So the feminine usually gets out of her center into distorted feminine energy. And there would be strong sense of missing, sometimes anger at that person for not reaching out, fear of abandonment, lack of self-love, and impatience, of course, as well. So she's not in her, he's very unbalanced, and it's a very painful period. It's very painful. So I always try to explain this to my clients. Imagine she got out of her center and you got 100% emotions all together, and she's got like 75% of the emotions. Then he only has 25% left, and he also has to balance it, meaning he has to go into the masculine energy 75%, right? Because he's got 100% as well. And if there's only 25% emotions, then it has to be 75% of the rational energy. But the distorted masculine energy is oppressing their feelings, because again, there's not enough energy left. She's got all of it, and it's oppressing their feelings, it's denying their feelings, it is withdrawing. And she usually feels, and that's how the runner chaser dynamic happens, she feels him withdrawing and gets more panic and tries to close that gap, but he is rejecting her because he's in the distorted masculine energy. But if she learns to get more into her center by healing the distorted feminine energy, and then she has to draw him in. And remember, the guy was oppressing, but if she's like more balanced, then the emotions he has been oppressing, they come back. And that is when the divine masculine, and then he turns into the divine masculine, when he's starting missing her. Meaning, you can only draw in your person if you step into your power. And so that could also be when you say, no, I actually am in my power. I'm not impatient. I'm just checking this reading up because I'm a bit curious. I don't read like 10,000 pick a cards a day. I just do it very much occasionally because I want to know, and because I was curious and have to ever gotten a reading. But I don't need constant validation because I know inside of me, if you are in this energy, then it would be like the second scenario, that you are centered, meaning their oppressed feelings come up and they now start to feel the absence of you, which is good. That means that you draw them in. But always remember, you have the power, you can influence this. Please influence it by getting into your center and not by getting into distorted masculine energy. You know, some women do that. It's like, oh, now I just start to have to play games and I withdraw and I have to pretend I like another guy, and if I post that on Facebook that I don't like him anymore or that I like somebody else, maybe then I draw him in. Don't do that, okay? Because then you still are in distorted energy. Even if you get into distorted masculine energy and they get into distorted feminine energy, it is still distorted energy, and ultimately it will bring you nowhere. You can only get to union when you step into the divine energy, not the distorted energy. So that was you. That was a little detour. But has your person ever gotten a reading on you? I would say yes, because they miss you and they want to find out more about this connection, what it is, why they feel the strong pull or the strong connection towards you. And I'm feeling like they maybe don't even yet know soulmate twin flames, whatever, and they want to know what is it, what is happening here. And they're still in this phase of gathering informations about you and about the connection as well. So yeah, if this resonated, please like, subscribe, share. I thank everybody who's helping me growing my channel. And of course, I am available for personal readings. So if you want to reach out, I would welcome that. So number 4, clear quartz. Let's see, has your person ever gotten a reading on you? So while I'm doing this, I want to point out that I appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, leaving comments, hitting the bell icon, and yeah, checking out my other content, because all of that would help me grow my channel. And I would appreciate that. Also, if you are interested in a personal reading, please reach out. And yeah, let's see. Another yes. Wow, 4 piles, 4 yeses. But still, all piles are different. The Hangman came out in the last pile. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is interesting. All piles are different. It's funny. Even though all of them are yeses. But I said in the previous pile, I'm not too surprised. I mean, it's like 4 out of 4. Yeah, that's big. But it's I mean, my channel is called Magique Twin Flame and Soulmate Coaching. So most people who would resonate with higher soul connections would click on my channel. And then, I mean, if it's truly a high soul connection, then the masculine is somewhat aware that there's this, at least, even if they wouldn't call it twin flame soulmate, they at least know that there is something special that they have never felt before. So, okay, this one is actually interesting. I mean, they all are, but I think your person, you may have been in separation for some of you. Some of you, maybe you even are in a relationship already. I mean, together, not in with third parties, and they're just interesting. Or maybe they have gotten a reading in the very much past before you have been together, because I'm sensing some of you, you actually may be in union already. And for others, I'm saying this because we get Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So some of you actually may be in, and the Hanged Man, I get for some of you that may have been a long time ago. And for others, I'm getting that they know that this is a special connection, even if they wouldn't, I don't know, maybe some of them wouldn't like use a word twin flame soulmate, yeah, but still they feel that there is something very special, and they are observing you. And I'm feeling not just by getting a reading, but also if you have some form of social media, that they are observing you with this card, because you see how he's watching her. And I mean, let's take a step back. We have 2 yes cards, 1 no cards, 2 minor arcana cards, so more yes than no. It's a yes, we already cleared that. But the reason why they're getting a reading is that I sense that if you are not in union yet, they want to know if it's safe to step forward, to make you an offer. Because look, we got the Fool. The Fool is taking a step forward. It's about trusting the divine, taking a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. I get all of the orange here. It's like manifesting. They want to manifest you back. Look how the Fool is observing this butterfly. Butterflies are talking about transformation. So your person either is still transforming but pretty far along, or they already are pretty much finished and they're soon to be ready to take a leap forward. We got the dog here, talk about loyalty, and the castle here reminds me of coming home. They want to come home. And then the Hanged Man. This may indicate, again, if you already are in union, that maybe a while back, but what I'm getting more is maybe there hasn't been any action so far or in a while, because the Hanged Man, I mean, he can't move, he's hanging there, but you see the ray of lights coming down. So maybe a person has used the time to spiritually awaken, to gain some knowledge, to get to know themselves better. And again, it's some kind of awakening that has been going on here. And with this card, I already said it, they already observed you, and they may have observed you physically, by if you live close by actually observing you, or doing it online, but also by using the help of some kind of like a pick a card or a psychic medium or tarot medium. And why? Because the 10 of Pentacles, that is, you don't want to talk about marriage now. I mean, it's maybe for some of you, it's a card that can't talk about marriage, but it's serious commitment. And you see, like, he's got this golden nut. It's like they want to give you an offer. They want to maybe even give you a gift. But this is a card that is talking about very serious commitments. And then we do have the Ace of Cups, which is obviously love, true love. So, yeah, I mean, very nice pile. I think your person, maybe your person, I get that. Sorry, I need to drink a sip of tea. Oh, maybe your person actually, for some of you, again, it's not a personal reading. Maybe a person even has gotten coaching throughout his journey or multiple times. That is what I'm getting as well. Because again, I've got this sense of constantly keeping an eye on you. But I'm sensing that they want to know how you are doing, if you're still single, if you're available, if it is safe to come forward. And I'm feeling with the Hanged Man, they're just kind of like waiting for this epiphany, for this right gut feeling, this right moment in order to come forward with the Fool, to step into this power and just do it and give you their cup of love. I mean, Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think this was like the shortest reading, but I mean, to me, this is pretty clear. Yes, they are observing you. Yes, they have gotten a reading. Why? Because they want to take a leap of faith, tell you they love you, and offer you serious commitment. Yeah, I don't have much to add. Just don't be impatient. Just don't focus on yourself. I feel like you probably are very much in your power, focusing on yourself, because you see, she knows that he's there, but she's still like looking where she's going. She's not too focused on him. She's doing herself, which is amazing, which is how it is supposed to be. So yeah, I don't have any more to add. Pile number 4 is clear quartz. Clear quartz, again, I feel like clarity, like they already got their clarity, or they're about to get their clarity. They know what they're doing, or they know what they want, and they're about to act on it. So now don't be impatient, because if you step into impatient energy, you go into lack energy, and then of course you push them away. Stay in your power and manifest your person. Good job. So if this resonated, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and of course you can contact me for a personal reading. We got the rose quartz now. Pile number 5. Come on, focus. Rose quartz. So pile number 5. Let's see, has your person gotten a reading on you? While I'm shuffling, I would like to point out that I am available for personal readings. My contact information is below. I thank all of my subscribers, returning subscribers, everybody who's here for the first time. Hello. And yeah, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave comments, and like. That would help me grow my channel, and I would appreciate it very much. And also, I got lots of other content you may find interesting. It's another yes. Seriously, it's the 5th pile, and we have 5 yeses. Okay, we got the universe, which is a major arcana card, so it's a yes, and the rest are minor arcana cards. So we have 1 yes card and no cards, so we have more yes than no's. So it is a yes. There's a bit of chaos going on, but there's love. I mean, we got the Ace of Cups. Okay, we got the universe again, and it came out in at least 1 previous pile. Your person feels with the universe very much connected to you. I'm getting the same message that I got in the other pile where the universe came up. No, it's slightly different, but the universe is talking about ending a chapter, and the same message that I'm getting is that when you came into your person's life, like everything changed for them, and that could indicate like questioning everything, triggering a huge sense of feeling, questioning their job. Do I love what I'm doing or not? Other people in my life who are no good for me, whatever it is, and you triggered this person, and your person has been through a lot. Like, your person has been through a lot, and maybe they're going through major stuff right now. I'm feeling like your person, and this is the part that is a bit different than the last time I got the universe, one of the previous piles. I'm feeling very much drawn to the eagle here, which can indicate the higher self, or birds are often connected to spirit from the divine. And what I'm sensing here is that your person, even before this connection, has already been in some way connected to the divine. Could be by praying, that they had any other ritual like meditating. Maybe they have gone to shamans before, or they were friends with shamans. I'm getting shaman a lot because of the eagle, like a totem, and that would be something that is very much connected to shamanism. Am I saying it right? Shamanism, you know what I mean. Yeah, but the birds, I'm getting like your person is somewhat connected or has been seeking help by mediums, shamans, whatever, in the past, that is actually something that is nothing new to them. Or also they have a good higher everybody has a good higher self, but I would say a good connection to the higher self, that they are very, 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 very intuitive. They feel a bit overburdened right now. I usually don't see it with this card, but he is carrying heaven. It's Atlas, the one who is carrying heaven. And then this card is talking about being overburdened. This is talking about not being able to act in some kind of way, and Quilarai meets torture, feeling tortured. That often indicates that there is something coming up and they don't know how to act, they don't know how to deal with it right now, but don't be worried because we got good cards coming, okay? But it doesn't matter how good people are connected or not. And you look, we got another bird, we got a raven here, and ravens are also connected to the divine, more like spirit, like what's the word, ancestors, like deceased loved ones, which this would be like, I don't know, totems, angelic beings, whatever it is. Yeah, but I'm feeling your person is getting messages, maybe even getting messages through some kind of synchronicity or music, art, whatever it is, but I'm feeling your person is very much connected. However, they are overburdened right now, and that can happen in strong soul connections. I mean, we do have the job to trigger them, they trigger us, and even if we don't do anything actively, I mean, my twin flame and I, we haven't seen each other since last year, February, and every time we could have met, COVID said no. So there is a no contact situation, but still sometimes I was triggered, even though he didn't really do anything like to me, never did anything to me, but just the the existence of this person. You meet this counterpart, you get like triggered, awakened, and then you get on this journey, and oppressed stuff comes up, and it doesn't have to do anything necessarily with that person that is your soul connection. It is just part of the process, the healing process. You just meeting a high soul connection, just especially twin flame, just opens up the floodgates, and everything you have tried to oppress comes up. And I'm feeling your person has been put through a lot of pain. And trigger warning for some of them, it could have been something like abuse, that they have been abused. It doesn't have to be sexually, could be physically, could be verbally, could be mentally abused. But this card is called cruelty, and you see this person, this centaur, he has an arrow in the back. And I'm getting like this arrow came from someone they trusted, maybe like a former spouse, maybe mother figure. Doesn't have, I mean, this is a guy, but I'm getting more like femininity. By the way, I didn't see this in any other piles, but I'm feeling very much called to because of your reading. I just did a general reading for the divine masculine. That was called something about the masculines getting out of the maze, and I was talking about. My cat is snoring. And I was talking about how they have been oppressed by feminine energy, this distorted feminine energy. But I'm feeling your person has been going through some major heartbreak. I get betrayal, heartbreak, betrayal. Somebody they trusted really hurt them. And for some of them, again, it could be something as severe as physical abuse or at least mental abuse, some kind of, more than just like they got cheated on, which could be very much painful, but more like by somebody who maybe did it on purpose. I get malicious energy, like really malicious. Somebody who was probably very much unstable and took their stuff out on them. I get something very, 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 very painful. Again, something very, very, very painful. And get it like stabbed in the back by somebody they loved, by somebody they trusted, and probably even more than one person. And that is something that is coming up for them right now. And I guess since this is called about have they gotten a reading on you, I mean, we got a clear yes. But I think the reading they got also includes like what is going on. They feel triggered by this connection, but I don't think that they like pin it on you, like it's your fault. I don't see that at all. I think again that this person is very much aware. Maybe this person even may be aware of something like twin flames, soulmates. And I'm getting this again because I get the communication with the divine, that is something that like spirituality. And this is like this in pile one, where the ones where I got like the masculine like really knows something is going on, and I get it even more in this pile for some reason, that the masculine actually is very much aware that there is something very big going on, that there is I'm getting like soul contracts, like they are aware, they know. I feel like they know, and I really feel for most of them, they are really aware, not just on a 5D level. I mean, all of the divine masculines are aware on the 5D level, but this one is very much connected to his 5D. So I feel like they really know, consciously know that this is a soul connection. And so whatever they're going through, I don't see that they're putting this on you, like you did this to me. I feel like they know that this is what a connection like this is supposed to do, and they are doing the work. They are actually doing the work, because we do have this card 3 of Pentacles, and it's called work. Arbeit, German word. And this card to me indicates, doing the work, putting the effort in, wanting to get to the top. And with the sun here, I'm again feeling like some kind of being illuminated, but also working on their self-love that has been destroyed. I can't put it in other words. It has been destroyed. And now they are working on regaining it in order to... I feel like this person is a very sensitive person, and they have a lot to give. They have a gigantic heart. They're really kind. They're really sweet. And I have to say, this pile reminds me a lot of my twin flame. Like, probably the most of all of the piles. This one reminds me most of my person. The energy I'm tapping into is somebody who is a very kind person, very sweet, very gentle, and probably, I don't want to say naive, but I guess somebody who is kind and gentle, and people kind of like used your person. But your person probably had closed off for a while, protected their heart because of, I mean, this is trauma. I can't like diminish it. This is trauma. This is not just like going through a bad experience. This is being traumatized. But your person is working through this with the work. And then the Ace of Cups to me is the open heart chakra. It's about being able to give and receive love. And we can only give and receive love, truly give and receive love, once we are in our self-love. And I'm sensing that this is what your person wanted to know in a reading. They wanted to know about what they can. First of all, again, I feel like your person, to them, it is nothing out of the ordinary to seek spiritual advice. I think for this person, it is something that they do. Yeah, and so naturally they know that they are on a call it twin flame or high soul connection journey, and they know that healing is a big part of that. And so what I'm getting here is the reason why they wanted to get a reading, the main reason is they want to know more about the journey than they want to know about you. Also, I'm getting for some of you, your person has gotten multiple. That's what I said. Is that it's kind of normal. You may want to pick another pile additionally, because this may be more like the last reading they had gotten, or one of the more intense ones. Because I feel like your person wanted to find out more about you, but in this particular reading, and I haven't said it in any of the other readings, but in this one I'm sensing, because your person may do this on a more or less regular basis. I mean, it doesn't have to be regular, but occasionally, that you want to pick more than one pile, because you may want to get more than one message, because more than one reading would indicate more than one message. And this one would be like the last one, or one that is, I mean, because this is somewhat like the current energies, you know. If they have gotten 10 readings, then of course Spirit would pick the one that is the most important for you to know what is going on. And I said they wanted to know basically two things. And in this particular reading, they wanted to focus more on themselves, like they connect their journey to you. They know that you triggered this, they know that, but I think they want to get ready to be with you, and they know that purging is essential. So I'm feeling like they got the reading more on wanting to know, what can I do, what does Spirit say about my situation right now, where do I need to focus on. And but also the other thing is, because we do have the Ace of Cups, I said two reasons, is they want to know, do they still love me? Is there love? So that is something they did want to know, but I'm sensing in this particular reading they more wanted to know, do they love? I mean, what do I have to do in order to work through this? I want to work through this. I want to put in the effort. Oh man, you got the longest reading, but this was the most intense one. As I said before, readings 1 to 4 all were yeses. I don't know number 6 yet, but maybe you want to pick one of those, or maybe if you feel drawn to number 6, maybe that's another yes. Then we have all yeses. You saw me drawing the cards live, right? It's not. I don't cheat ever. But I sense you may want to get another reading to find out more what they wanted to know about you. But this clearly tells me they wanted to know what they can do to get out of this energy in order to get to the Ace of Cups and to give it to you. It's like this person wants to hand the Ace of Cups to somebody, and they want to hand it to you, but they know that they're not ready yet, because they still got this trauma to work out. And of course, this is a general reading, so some of them may be a bit more advanced than others. But and I think it's a beautiful thing, because again, they know they want to be with you, and they know that this is a special connection, and they do the work. They actually want to know. There's so many people who just want to oppress their stuff. Not this person. Maybe there have been times that your person did want to oppress, yeah, but right now they don't want to oppress. Right now they want to face. Right now they want to heal for themselves, but also for you. So wow, this was the most intense one. Yeah, but your person is doing good, or they are about to get there. Those two cards, and I mean, again, the universe is also a card that is talking about clearing old cycles, ending a major chapter. So they're going to do this, and they got help by Spirit, and they are ending this chapter, whatever this trauma is, whatever it was caused. They're working on forgiveness, and they're, this is kind of like not feeling in your power, and they're working on stepping into their power. Again, sensing your person is somebody who's very sensitive, very kind, very sweet person. But the disadvantage of that, and you probably know it too if you're an empath, is people sometimes take advantage of that. And I feel like many person have taken at least one person in a major way, but I'm sensing several times that this person has been taken advantage of, and they had been closed off, but they are opening up. Sorry, they're opening. What is that? Okay, never mind. I just felt drawn to this little light there I had never noticed before, so I wanted to see if there's anything this little light there is telling me, but it's not. I don't know why, I just felt drawn to that. Look, I never saw this before. We do have a Scorpio down here. Scorpio is healing. Scorpio is connected to death in Tarot, and it is healing. But of course, a Scorpio can sting, right? But this is talking about transformation and healing. Yeah, your person, and I just felt drawn to the lion here on top. Your person is strong, and I feel like they're a proud person, and they have been humiliated. I feel like they have faced major humiliation, which caused their lack of self-love, but they're working on it. And Spirit has their back. So yeah, sorry, there's just more messages coming in, but I think I'm done with you now, pile number 5s. And yeah, I wish you all the best. And again, if it resonated, please like, subscribe, check out my other content, hit the bell icon, and I am available for personal readings. Bye-bye, number 5s. So let's go to number 6, the Amethyst. Let's see, has your person ever gotten a reading on you? While I'm shuffling my cards, I would like to point out that I am available for personal readings if you're interested in that. And also I like, welcome everybody who is a returning viewer and everybody who is new. Hello, welcome. And if you are new, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, help me grow my channel, check out my other content. And it would help me grow my channel, and that would make me happy. So let's see what you got. It's the 6th yes. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's like 6 piles and all of them have been yeses. Okay, why is it a yes? Because you have 2 major arcana cards. Major arcana cards are yeses. You have 1 court card. Court card are no's, and 2 minor arcana cards that are just going to give me more information. So 2 yes, 1 no equals a yes. Okay, so we got all 6 piles are yes. Wow. And you saw me live shuffle. I have to say it again. You saw me picking it live. So, but as I said, in the last 3 piles, I'm not I'm surprised 6 out of 6. Okay. However, the message is very different for each pile. But I'm not too surprised. My channel, after all, is called Twin Flame and Soulmate Coaching. Magic Twin Flame and Soulmate Coaching. So many people who resonate with or click on that would resonate with Twin Flames and Soulmates. And if you meet a high counterpart connection, of course it does something to you, and it would do something to both parties. So the masculines are also wanting to find out and want to find answers about what kind of connection that is. So, okay, so your person probably is a masculine or trying to step into the divine masculine power. There are not quite there yet. We have the Emperor, which to me indicates the divine masculine, but we do have the Devil as well. So I'm sensing this like they are trying to step into the divine masculine power, and they're doing okay. I mean, the Emperor, after all, already showed up, so there cannot be too far from that. Even if your person is a woman, she still may be in the divine masculine power. In one of the readings, we did have the Empress. So one thing I got there, and I want to point this out as well, that even if you say, no, my person is the divine feminine, I'm the divine masculine, which is probably not too likely, since I know more divine feminines are watching this, but it could be. Then if your person is a divine feminine and yet the divine masculine is laying here, then you need to remember that the yin yang symbol, like the white has the black spot and the black part has the white spot, so we all have both energies within us. Some people stronger than others. So even if your person would be a woman, meaning that she's healing or stepping into her masculine power, and that again doesn't mean that she would switch into the divine masculine power and you are the divine feminine. It would indicate that she is healing that masculine power which she has within her, because again, we all have both, we need both, because the divine feminine is very passive, but even if we are women, we have to be active sometimes. We also have to pursue careers, even if it doesn't have to be like a big career. But nowadays, if you're single, then you have to pay your own bills, right? So that would be masculine energy, for example. Or if you have a problem and you don't have anybody to fix it, you have to fix it yourself. And women do that too, because they do have a masculine side within them as well. But I'm sensing most likely you are a woman who is in the divine feminine power and who's asking for a man in divine masculine, or even if you are a man, your person probably is the divine masculine. And right now they're struggling a bit with this connection. There's love there. We do have the Ace of Cups. Let's see, has your person ever gotten a reading on you? We do have a yes, and we have yes. But what did they want to know? They wanted to know whether it is too late, if they have missed the opportunity with you, if they have pushed you away too far. I'm getting that with this card. I mean, look, this is very much being guarded. Or also it could be that right now you are guarded. Maybe you have withdrawn your energy and they wanted to find out if it's still there, because this card to me is talking about missed opportunities, and doesn't mean that you actually literally have missed your opportunities. It could be the fear of missed opportunities. And I'm always getting this because you see this little axe here. I'm trying to focus, and you see all those chopped trees. So there used to be a wood and somebody took all of the trees down and now it's a desert. And I always get it like I made that myself. This card to me is talking about regretting something, either regretting doing something that you shouldn't have done, or regretting not doing something that you should have done. Also, with the regret, this to me talks about the fear of having missed an opportunity, like being scared of not stepping up when you had the chance. And so your person is very much in conflict when it comes to that, with the Devil card as well. This deck is a bit different because we do have, oh, interesting, I never got that before. This deck is special because it has two devils, a masculine one and a feminine one. And we got the feminine. What I just got now is distorted feminine energy. So okay. I got another message. So for some of you, your person is very much in the masculine energy, but the feminine energy, like the emotional energy, is still distorted. They're still not, I mean, again, there is love there, so don't freak out, but right now they may be in this energy of being unable to actually connect to their feelings. The Devil to me also indicates an inner conflict between head and heart. I always got the cartoons in my inner eye where there's one angel sitting on one shoulder and the devil on the other. And so this indicates like the angel saying, there's a special connection, and the devil is like, yeah, but you could get hurt again, you gotta be careful. Or you probably missed your chance already, or maybe that person doesn't even like you anymore because look at the major shield they got, so you better forget it. That's the ego. The ego is trying to protect us by getting us out of situations where it fears that we could get hurt, but unfortunately, by that, it is often creating more pain. Um, so the devil again is the conflict within oneself. And what I'm also getting is, since I just said distorted feminine energy, and also I want to say in this pile, I just recently did a collective reading about the feminine, also the masculine, and the divine masculine is called something like getting out of the maze. Maybe you may resonate with that reading. It was very interesting. What I'm also getting is that maybe your person has had many encounters with very distorted feminine energy, maybe starting with their mother, sisters. And what I saw in the collective reading, and again, it's just maybe you want to check it out, is that the masculines right now are purging trauma that has been afflicted to them by women. And so yeah, I do see conflict within this person. If you are in separation, I would not advise you to reach out right now. Give that person some space because it may not end out well, because they may be in this energy where they're not open to receive anything, and then they would trigger you. Or maybe you feel like you don't want to have anything to do with this person right now. I mean, you obviously still care about this person, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this reading. But sometimes it's okay to withdraw a bit in order to take care of yourself and your own energies. And I also want to point out that if this is a high soul connection, also with the devil, they feel kind of like tied to you. That's also what the devil is saying. Oh, sorry, another message. The devil also is connected to Capricorn energy, which indicates like the very earthly realm, like collecting money, everything that is connected with the 3D life that your person maybe, and the Emperor. Yeah, those cards together may indicate that your person right now is very much stuck in a 3D life. However, and that is a bit weird, they still wanted to get a reading. So even though they are very much connected to the earthly realms, maybe they don't even believe too much in it, but they wanted to find out, or they were curious. Or maybe they do believe in it, but why did they get this reading? I think because they wanted to know why they can't get rid of this connection. They felt that there is something. They felt that they cannot just deny that, even though they tried, and they cannot fight it. And so they feel this bond to you, and they wanted to know what's going on there. Also, I feel like they wanted to know more about you, about your personality, because I feel like your person, again, has had many encounters with very distorted feminines. And so one of the reasons why your person may have gotten a reading on you is that they wanted to find out where you are. Are you distorted as well? Are you mad at them for not reaching out? Are you still in fear? Are you trying to manipulate? Are you not respecting? Sorry, are you not respecting the boundaries? Things like that. Yeah, I think they wanted to find out if you're different, if you are in the divine feminine or still in the distorted energy. Also, I need to say that if this is a high soul connection, then of course there's mirroring going on. And if there's chaos like this would indicate that there's chaos within yourself as well. So I would advise you to clear that, because if you're mad at your person for not reaching out, then anger is not going to attract them. Not ever. Not ever. Imagine somebody sending you angry vibes, you would not want to reach out, right? You would want to avoid that naturally, of course. You would be stupid to reach out to a person when you know that they are mad at you. And so if we are, and also if you still are in like distorted energy, like some kind of anger, whatever it is, or if you're focusing on your person not being there, or if you think it's their job to make you happy, then you need to work on that, to realize that no, it's your job to make you happy. It's your job to get into your divine healed energy. And it's your job not to focus on their absence, because if you focus on their absence, then you are manifesting them staying absent, because the universe always gives you what you focus on. So if you focus on your person not being there, the universe like, okay, whatever you wish. Your person, you don't want your person to be there because the universe thinks you want what you focus on. So don't focus on what went bad between the two of you. Don't focus on complications, because again, if you focus on complications, the universe will think you like complications and give you more and more and more of that. Instead, don't even focus on solutions. That's the job of the universe. You tell the universe you want peace with your person by visualizing everything is resolved. You're already happy together, and you go on your mental diet, and you can type here in YouTube mental diet in order to find out how to do that, because again, I'm getting a lot of regret, and if there's mirroring going on, then that would indicate that you have some kind of regret as well that needs to be healed. We have the Ace of Cups that indicates that there is love between the two of you, but right now it is just some distorted energy. It's not healed yet, and your person needs to step into their Emperor mood, the divine masculine mood, and the feminine, of course, needs to step into the Empress mode, because only an Empress can attract an Emperor. So if you are still distorted, then you cannot attract an emperor. That's just not possible. So your person got a reading on you. Yeah, I think most likely because they want to know if you're mad at them. They want to know if there's still a chance, or if they have destroyed this connection in some kind of way, or if they have done something to repulse you, or vice versa. If you have done something, maybe you've triggered them and they wanted to know if you still like them or not. And yeah, basically that. I'm getting like they want to know if maybe they have waited for too long for something, or if they did something wrong, should have done something different, and they want to know if there's still a chance, because the Emperor also to me indicates commitment. Because the Emperor is to me the divine masculine. It's the guy who wants to offer commitment. It's the guy who wants to offer long term and stability, and who wants to provide, maybe even. So they do have that part within them. They do have love, but again, there is still this distorted energy. So it's your job to clear that, to make sure you're not mad at this person, to do your forgiving work, because again, the universe can only give you something that matches your energy. If your energy is anger, you cannot attract love or peace. If your vibration is lack, loss mentality, you cannot attract commitment. It's just not possible. But the good thing is that if you work through your stuff and you can learn about manifestation, you'll find amazing channels. Like I like the channel Unseen Seraph, for example, or something like I forgot the first two words, Joseph Ally, or Create Your Future. They're good channels. You can check them out in order to learn about what you can do to draw your person in. But that first of all, it's to step out of this energy. This energy cannot attract love, even though it's there. So we just turn that around, okay? Clear that, and then you do have love and commitment that's left, and then it can actually be lived in the physical as well. So again, yes, your person has gotten a reading. All piles got people who got readings, which is kind of odd. I expected maybe there would be one or two piles that had gotten readings, and most of them like, no. But it is obvious, which also indicates like a major awakening going on right now. So again, please check out my collective channeled messages. They were very, very interesting, especially the last one as well, where I was talking about Uranus and Aquarius energy that was happening a couple of days ago. But anyway, if this resonated, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you can of course reach out for a personal reading. I am available, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.